play the theme music one more time. Let's do it one more time. Y'all, so this is very interesting. What's good, Bright Star? Thank you for joining me, Bright Star. Bright Star, I'm sorry that I wasn't here yesterday. I had other stuff going on yesterday, so I'm not apologizing. But I'm here right now. Thank you, Bright Star. Let's get into it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it, y'all. Let's truly talk about it. Okay, so hey to everyone. Thank y'all so much for your support. For joining me here on this live, on this channel. Thank you very much. Where do I want to start? Okay, so last week was interesting because Sarah Beth was crowned HOH on Thursday. And of course, I don't trust Sarah Beth. Like, if I was in the house, I wouldn't trust her. Now, two things that really did come out last week was the fact that Tiffany thought all this whole time that Sarah Beth was lying about having a girlfriend. But when Sarah Beth won HOH and got her HOH basket, her girlfriend sent her a letter in a picture. So Tiffany been eating crow this week. She had to eat crow simply because she really questioned whether or not this woman had a girlfriend. But either way that was said, then we come to time for nominations. Now, one thing that I will say, she is sneaky. She is sneaky, Bright Star. One thing that, it was good, Casandra. Casandra, what is good? Look. Look, Casandra, I do my best. But so what I do think is very interesting, though, is that so even once Sarah Beth had won the HOH competition and it was time for her to put somebody up, I already knew that she was going to have Kylan up in her ear to tell her what to do. I knew that. But I guess I didn't realize how this was really going to play out. Now, she nominated Derek F as a pawn, and she nominated Claire. So you had Claire and Big D up there. And, you know, with her having Claire and Big D up there, you know, it came time for the dang on BB Bucks roulette. This is what we saw in the episode tonight, y'all. That's why I made sure that I came on tonight. What's good, Taylor May? Taylor May moderator. And so, because I knew that with Derek F and Claire up on the block, you know, it was going to be something. I think it's interesting how the people decided to play the game strategically in order to take somebody off. And y'all, lo and behold, damn, Alyssa won the dang on competition. Yeah, I think Alyssa is going to be hard to get out of there. Now, the reason why Colin got the extra veto last week is because Alyssa was who he betted on. And now we got Alyssa this week winning this competition in order to take Derek, Big D, off the block. So she took Big D off the block, and then a nomination or a replacement nom had to be put up. And y'all, let me go ahead and put my little picture. But thank y'all for joining me. I appreciate it. You know, I love when y'all support me. I love when y'all show up. Thank you. So this is a picture here now. So we got Sarah Beth now is the HOH. We got, now initially, before tonight's episode, y'all, initially it was Claire and Derek F nominated. But because Alyssa won in the roulette competition, she pulled Derek F down and took her chance at spinning a wheel. And when she spun the wheel, it ended up making Xavier the replacement nominee. Now, Xavier is the closest ally to Alyssa here in the game. Xavier has been trying to look out for Alyssa since Christian got voted out the house. Last week? Yeah. No, 2 weeks ago. And so even with Alyssa trying to help her only ally, we still ended up with Xavier up there on the block. But y'all, wait, there's more. Y'all, wait, there's more. So what's more is the fact that even though Xavier is the replacement, y'all, it's still not two members of the cookout together. That was the main thing that I wanted us to avoid this week. That is the main thing that I wanted. So even though we have one cookout member got saved, only for another cookout member to get back up there. But at least I know that even with all of that, a cookout member was saved. I think that on this particular HOH, people are not going to vote out Xavier. Unfortunately, y'all, I think it's going to be goodbye to Claire this week. Claire is going to be gone this week. That's what I feel. That's what I believe. That's up in my spirit. That's in my spirit wholeheartedly. Let me see what people said up in the chat. I like Claire and Derek X, but I would rather see Claire go. I like both of them too. But the reason why I would prefer to see Claire go is because I want to see what Tiffany is going to do without Claire. Tiffany kind of has Claire as a crutch, Tiffany has Claire as a crutch. And so I would like to know how Tiffany is going to maneuver up in this game once Claire goes. Casandra said, oh, I already read that. Oh, wait. Casandra said, I like Claire and Derek X. Xavier is not leaving. No, if the cookout sticks together, Xavier is not leaving. Hey, Mika Baby Green. I hope you're doing okay. Girl, I saw your name up in a couple of chats up in the other sector that I came from. And I don't know if you might be sick or if somebody in your family might be sick or whatever, but I hope that you're doing okay, Mika Baby. Thank you for joining me. I do my prayers to you. My prayers to Mika Baby Green. My prayers to Lovely Love. And y'all, even my prayers to Lady P. To Lady P even. My prayers. So hopefully everybody's okay. Mika Baby said, Claire should have been gone last week. How you doing, TaylorMade Hair Studio? Oh, Casandra speaking to TaylorMade. And then Bright Star. Okay, good. Everything is okay. That's good. Bright Star said, DX is leaving. The way SB fears him, plus he put her up when he was HOH. And that was one point that I failed to mention here when I brought up my exhibit. Let me bring it back. Y'all, if y'all don't see that V right there for Xavier, that means that Xavier actually won the power of veto, y'all. So even though he was put up there as a replacement because of this roulette thing, he won the power of veto, which means that now Xavier can take his own self off the block. He don't have to wait for somebody to have mercy on him in order to get him down. No, he's going to be able to take his own self off the block. And once he takes himself off the block, then he will have to be replaced with someone else. Now, I'm not sure if anybody else can be replaced with him. I think that they're going to have to actually force their hand and put up Derek X or Alyssa. I don't know, y'all. Do y'all know if Alyssa winning that roulette means that she cannot be put on the block? Because I know she was able to save somebody. But does her power also mean that she cannot be put on the block? Because if she cannot be put on the block, y'all, we running out of white people. Well, actually, y'all, based on this grid, we done ran out of white people. For the first time in Big Brother history, we actually have run out of white people to put on the block. Oh, wow. This is definitely history in the making. If you are a Big Brother fan, if you are a fanatic like myself, this is definitely history in the making because, at this point, Sarah Beth is the HOH. She got Claire up there already. Alyssa might be safe. So there is no other white people left. So they got Derek X up there. And y'all, let me tell y'all too. Yeah, Taylor May. Yeah, all the black people are safe so far. So far now. Now that's the thing though. The black people seem to have set themselves up accordingly to where they have the power. So they don't have to be worried about, getting voted out. Let me scroll up to see these comments real quick, y'all. Let's see. J.Dunn, do you think Derek X should be a part of the cookout? He's a minority. Casandra, I'm actually happy that you gave me this comment. Let me show it. Casandra, girl, are you my twin flame? What are you? What are you to me? Because this was one thing that I was going to touch on in this live. But I'm happy that you brought it up because you helped me stay on task. So Casandra, now, even before I was a content creator on YouTube, even before I was coming on here vocalizing my opinions, girl, you already know I run across the internet and I say whatever I want to say. And I actually got into a verbal argument on a channel, or not a verbal, in typing in the chat, typing. And I got into the argument with someone because somebody posed the same thing. Should Derek X be a part of the cookout? And I knew it was a white person. I knew it was a white person back there saying that. Derek X should absolutely not be a part of the cookout because he is not black. I do not understand why black people can't have something for themselves. Why in the world? When it comes to issues that happen to us black people of color don't take on that burden. Black people have to take on the burden. So now, because finally, after 23 seasons of this show, black people have finally been able to get into a groove to where they are winning here. And we need to include the Asian. Well, when did the Asian include us? When? And you see, I told that up in somebody's comments on a video about Big Brother. I didn't just randomly go nowhere talking about race. But on Big Brother, I mentioned that, and I'm like, they said he is a person of color. We're not talking about a person of color. The cookout is an all black alliance. The cookout is not about people of color. The cookout is all black people. Why in the hell can't we just have an alliance without Asian people want to be a part of it, or people thinking that Asian people need to be a part? And that's another thing that I commented, because y'all, if y'all have watched Big Brother as long as I have, we already know that June won for the Asian community. Then the people tried to jump on me up in the comments saying, oh my God, I can't believe you said that June won for his community. Well, June did win for his community. There is a lady named June Song who won like season 3 or 4 of Big Brother. And she's an Asian lady. June won already. We are still trying to strive to get a black winner. An actual black winner in the regular season of Big Brother US. That's all we trying to do. Asian people don't won already. June won. Then it was like, well, that's one Asian person. Don't tell me about the one Asian person that won when there ain't been a black winner yet. And don't tell me about Tamar either. Because Tamar done been around. But Tamar does not consider, or to me, I don't feel like she is the black community when it comes to Big Brother US. And so, yeah, they was arguing with me over there, y'all. Yeah. I guess they thought I was trolling. But if they really knew, I have my stance on Big Brother and how black people are viewed on Big Brother because I'm a Big Brother viewer. So yeah, Derek X, unfortunately, he should not be a part of the cookout. Ask yourself, Casandra, and I know you didn't mean any harm, but ask yourself, has Derek X even went to any cookouts? What cookout you think he went to? He ain't never been to no cookout in real life. But you think that he should be involved in the group that's trying to help themselves? I disagree. But that's respectfully, Casandra, because I do like you. So I hope you don't take it as shade. But I just want to let you know, yeah, I just argue with people on YouTube about that. Bright Star said SB is very vindictive. Look how she was gung-ho on trying to convince Christian to put up Hannah. Yeah, SB doesn't like Hannah. We just have to come to that conclusion. Mika Baby said, Tiffany be doing too much, but I like her. Girl, let's start there. Because I agree. Tiffany be doing too much, but I like her. She could win by people keeping her as the biggest target. You know they starting to get real stupid and careless in the game. Tiffany is doing a lot, but I do like Tiffany too. Last week, I wasn't too keen on Tiffany. Just because she was pissing me off. But you know, even when she pissed me off, as long as she made amends with the other black people in the house, I'm happy about that because she had to right her wrong. She truly had to right her wrong about what she did to the other people there. Let me see. Bright Star said DX would be the only option for the replacement. Right. And that's my thing. We cannot get to a point to where we would be like, oh yeah, well, I mean, the numbers are dwindling. So we cannot say that a black person should be the replacement instead of Derek X. No, he got to go. If you stand firm with the cookout, power to the people. If you stand firm with the cookout, then Derek X got to go, y'all. There is no other choice, no other solution. In order for a black person to win, anybody who is not black has to go. And we cannot start including people as people of color. No, we're not talking about people of color. We are talking about black people. I don't know why it's black people. Y'all, it seems like society in America shames us to not even speak about black issues. We always got to include everybody else. No. Mm-mm. No, we not always included in everything else. So why we got to include everybody? I'm just saying real quick in my reader voice. Let's see. Casandra said yes. First, old people and black people are always the first to go. Yep, Casandra. Mika Baby said, J.Dunn, you're right, because blacks are always out first. It's normally two or one black person. Yep. Normally in Big Brother, in the season of Big Brother, it's one or two black people and then one Asian, and then it might be one gay person normally. And that's my thing. And Casandra, I gotta go back to you. But Casandra, please know you can see my face. I'm not shading you or dragging you. Me talking to you is like me talking to, one of my friends. So I just want to tell you, if you don't recall that season of Big Brother in which Candace and Howard were in the house and Candace's bed got flipped over by Aaron, the racist. You remember Big Brother season 15 when the racists infiltrated the house, and it wasn't just Aaron, it was a lot of them. But when they infiltrated the house and they started flipping over the beds of black people, Helen was up in that house too. I didn't see Helen run around that house talking about people of color. Let's stand in solidarity because it's people of color. When the bed was getting flipped over by Candace, or not flipped over by Candace, but Candace's bed got flipped over. TMZ was reporting about it, talking about the racist mess that was happening. That's what made me get the live feeds. For anybody that wanted to know why did I even decide to pay extra money to get the live feeds, it was because of season 15. Because I kept seeing TMZ always reporting something racist happening on Big Brother. But when I was watching the show on television, I never did see any of this stuff that TMZ was talking about. So I got the live feed so that I could see for myself. But even then, Helen didn't stand in solidarity with Candace and Howard. She didn't. And actually, Candace and Howard went out that house back to back, and Helen was left with her Asian self left there. And Candace was really the last one to go. But she still didn't step in at all. So, I mean, we got to really think about that. When we start talking about people of color, y'all, we got to think about everything. We got to think about it all. Let me see. Bright Star said, the question is, does he consider himself a minority? Just like Alyssa. I really don't know. To be honest, Alyssa has not claimed to be a person of color up until she realized all the white people been getting knocked the fuck up out of there. Once she saw all the white people keep getting knocked out of there, then now she want to be a person of color. Now she want to say she Puerto Rican. Girl, I know you was Puerto Rican since when? As long as Christians, white ass was up in the house, Alyssa, you were not claiming Puerto Rican descent, or at least not that I saw. But once Christian went, then now she want to be Puerto Rican because she sees that people of color are still maintaining up in the house. And she sees that most of the white people are getting voted out of the house. Let's see. Bright Star said, this cookout is truly bringing out folks' hate for us. Oh, Casandra said, I understand you're thinking about DX. Thanks for your view. It makes me see things differently. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. And that's the thing, Casandra. You don't just showed up randomly, but look at you. You first showed up on my other channel. And now you over here on this channel. So thank you for your support. So please know I'm never being disrespectful whenever I'm giving you my opinion about this game. I'm never doing that. So I just want you to get to know my personality. Yes, I can be a firecracker. And you see me be a firecracker on my other channel. But then it's sometimes where I just want to casually discuss certain things or what I see going on in society. And especially with Big Brother, because that's my show. That's been my show for a few years now. So I just want you to know that I'm not coming for you. But I appreciate that you understand my point of view when it comes to it, because y'all, we've been fending for ourselves on here. I think I would have a difference of opinion when it comes to Asian contestants if it were just for the fact that they cared about us, y'all. But when it's an Asian person up in there, y'all, they care about themselves more. And they're going to vote our ass out. If they don't see that we are part of the majority, then they don't have any reason to stand in solidarity with us. So, yeah, that's why it's hard for me to include their ex in the cookout, or for me to figure out why people mad that he's not included in the cookout. And look at Taylor May. She said, if you want to support this channel, you could send a cash out. That's absolutely true, because this channel is a very small channel. I'm growing it. I'm growing it on the positive tip, y'all. I came from a different sector of YouTube that's drama filled. But this channel, I am cultivating like it's my baby. So this microphone that I'm talking to y'all on, y'all, I bought this for this channel without even having people over here on this channel. The ring light that's right there, that's shining the light on me, I bought it for this channel. This green screen back here that y'all see my Big Brother logo on, look, I bought that. So, I mean, I don't mind investing in myself, y'all. I don't mind investing in this channel. So, yeah, if you could do anything to support the channel, as you can see, I'm already contributing to the channel even without money or monetization. Keep that in mind. Bright Star said, yes, I agree with J.Dunn, Casandra. We know you didn't mean it. Yeah, she didn't. I know she did. Casandra, I know you did. Casandra said, Bright Star, the only difference between this year and other years is that Black people said it out loud. The white players took it for granted. Minorities go first. Yeah. But that's the thing. We got enough Black people this season. Y'all, the thing is, in prior seasons, it wasn't enough of us to even help each other. When you only put 1 or 2 of us up in the house, how can we help each other? 9 times out of 10, we ain't going to win the HOH if it's only 2 people up in there. The difference is now, y'all, I think they started us off with like 6 or 7 people. Well, actually 6, because the cookout is considered the 6. So we had 6 people headed up in the game. And think about that. Even with us having 6 people headed up in this game, y'all. Big Brother still cast 16 people. So even with us having our 6, we were still outnumbered by 4 because there were non-black people. 10 non-black people. 10 non-black people in the house with us with our 6. And luckily, y'all, our 6 has been dominating. And so that's the thing with the cookout. That's the moral of the story. Telemaid said, Derek, X, and Claire are on to Tiffany. They are, but that's only because there's no more white people left. That's it. It's no more white people. Now you want to have a clue. There's no more white people, but they are on to Tiffany. But I think they on to all of us. And y'all ain't even up in the house, but I say they on to all of us. They on our heels. They trying. But I'm really happy about this. Bright Star said, I didn't think you personally forgot. I just encountered like J.Dunn, folks in other chats who really are upset about the cookout. Yeah, they mad. How they mad? Telemaid laughing. Let me see. Oh, Braden said, who do you think is going to be the replacement nominee? You know, Braden, let me go back to my thing. And welcome, Braden. I've not seen you here, but thank you so much for joining. So let's go back here to the exhibit. So I honestly think that the replacement here is going to have to be Derek X, y'all. Just like last week. I mean, I like Brittany. I was not against Brittany, but Brittany was the replacement and she had to go. And I honestly think that Derek X is going to be this replacement coming up. I don't believe that Sarah Beth is going to nominate Alyssa to get her out because I don't think that Colin wants Alyssa gone. Colin is more of an arch rival with Derek X more than he is with Alyssa. And even though this is Sarah Beth's HOH, we got to remember Kylan is slightly controlling this HOH. So I think that we might see Derek X be the replacement. It might be his time to go. But that's the thing. Even if Derek X is the replacement, then they'll have to choose between Claire and Derek X. So that's my thought. That's my belief about how the game is going. Let's see. Let me scroll down and get through some more comments. Okay, so people speaking of Braden. Casandra said, I certainly remember that season, J.Dunn, very racist. We are having a discussion. I'm here to hear the opinions of others, especially yours. Thank you, Casandra. And then Bright Star is saying, this season was stacked with highly intelligent and woke folks. That's why the cookout were able to just look at each other a couple of days and have an understanding to stick together. I love it. Girl, right. But girl, if we're going to be honest, as Black people, we do that all the time. Because let me tell you, let me go ahead and take the comment down. Bright Star, if I felt like you was doing some bullshit and I gave you a look like, I wouldn't have to tell you a motherfucking thing. I wouldn't have to tell you a fucking thing. You could look on my face, Bright Star, and see that I am not pleased with what you're doing and you need to get yourself together. And that's the thing. As Black people, you could give me the same type of look. You could give me that look. You could come through and look at me a certain type of way. You could side-eye me. You could. Or even when, you know, maybe somebody else said some bullshit, done talk too much. The look says it all. And for whatever reason, that's something that we have as Black people. It's very unspoken. It's not something that we just throw out there, or even that we even came to know that this was something that we have in common. But like, these looks are the same looks that our mamas gave us, our grandmamas gave us, people up in our family gave us, relatives gave us these looks whenever we was out of line and out of order. So and these the same looks that we get at the cookout. The cookout. You at the cookout acting up, or you done came up there too motherfucking drunk. Now y'all, I done cussed on this channel. I'm trying to keep this channel clean, so forgive me to the people who are new here. But that's my thing. Like, even whenever we know that one of us done did wrong or whatever, all we could do is look at you. Because 9 times out of 10, we ain't going to try to speak about it vocally because it might embarrass you. It might be in company that don't look like us. So why would I be pissed off with something that Bright Star did, but I'm just going to put it out here all up in the open and tell her about how I felt? No, Bright Star, if you can't look at my face and see that it's written all over my face how I feel about what you said or what you did, then you might not be a part of the cookout. What's good, Robin? And that's the thing. Now, the thing is, Derek X, because he is not black, y'all, he cannot understand these nonverbal cues that black people give. We give these cues. We give the cues. We have inside jokes that people don't even know about, and you only have to be black to know the joke. You have to be black in order to know the joke, to know that it's an inside joke. But Derek X don't know half of the stuff that people talking about. And a lot of the times, it's not people just talking around him, but it's just black people having an understanding. Let me put Bright Star. Right, J.Dunn, the look means everything. Casandra said, that look you just did, J.Dunn, reminds me of the look that Tiffany gave Xavier when Whitney was massaging his hands with lotion. Girl, if I was up in that damn house, I would be giving looks to Tiffany, Aja. I would give them a look. Like when they tried to be mad, even Big D. Because Big D was trying to be mad. They be like, J.Dunn, what you think about it? Or hold on, I'm the last done on this channel, y'all. They'll be like, the last done, what you think about it? So y'all really getting into an argument and a fight about Brittany? That would have been my response to them. So y'all really in an argument and y'all care about Brittany having her feelings hurt about what? And then I would honestly have to wait for their response to see what they're going to tell me. But I would definitely say, how are you mad about Brittany and things like this? But meanwhile, only one person gonna win anyway. I would honestly have said, so y'all want Brittany ass to win? Oh, y'all don't want Brittany to win. Y'all want to win? So why y'all crying? The fuck? Y'all want to win the money at the end of the day to Ozza and Derek, Big D. But if y'all want to win at the end of the day, then why y'all mad about what Brittany got going on? Brittany is not your concern. You should not be worried about what Brittany has going on. No, worry about yourself. That's what you need to do. Yeah, Robin, this season is good. This season, they stacked that house with 6 black people. And these 6 black people done been on code. Now, I have seen where sometimes they have slightly gotten off code. I've seen where they slightly gotten off code to a certain degree. But for the most part, everybody's been on code. Everybody is trying to protect each other. And for white people that's out there, when we use the term on code, we truly mean on code with each other as black people. And I know sometimes white people will think that we are being very biased and racist to where we don't acknowledge the plight of white people. But that's not that, y'all. It's been so many times in our upbringings and even childhoods where growing up, it was good for us, or not necessarily good for us, but we went against each other because we saw other people coming against us. So we would go against each other because we saw people that didn't look like us come at us. And in turn, as children, in certain cases, we internalize that in order to go at the people who look like us. So when I say about them staying on code, I mean that them truly understanding that there is a bigger mission at hand. There is a bigger situation going on. And a black woman, a black man has never won this game. And depending on if a black woman or a black man wins this game, there is no telling what they may be able to do in the community with their families and all of that with the money. So what this is really about whenever we say about staying on code. It's not really trying to come against anybody that's not the same race. But I just wanted to put that out there. And y'all, I've been here for a half hour, so let me drop my link. If anybody, y'all, to Braden and anybody else that's here, I do want to try to run this as an open panel. So if anybody is new subscribing here, but they are watching Big Brother and they have their own thoughts and opinions about the show, I want it to be an open platform in order for anybody to come up here and speak about what they think. And I mean, if you want to have a debate, you can have a debate. Or if you want to, okay, there we go. Put my link. If you want to have a debate, we can have a debate. But then if you just want to give your opinion about the cookout, you can. It's whatever. And I did make a post on my other channel to let people know that I was going to be over here doing this. So anybody is welcome to click the link if you want to have a dialogue. If you don't want to have a dialogue, but you just want to continue to watch, that's very much up to you. But either way, yeah, I love this game of Big Brother. So I'm open to talking about it and discussing it. And I know some people they prefer to just type in the chat. So if you typing in the chat, you should, oh, Brianna, look at you. Brianna want to be here. Brianna, you showed up. Well, thank you. This channel is my channel outside of my other channel that you know of. But I'm happy you showed up. Let me see what she said. Yeah, because I did this before. And let me see. Brianna said Derek X should respect Hannah and he wouldn't be going home. I would agree with that. But at this point, I think Derek X, his antennas have been raised enough to the point to where he's starting to distrust everybody. Because his little flirtation can only go so far. I think at some point he is going to get intimidated by the cause. Even if he could still be around, at some point he is going to have a problem with the fact that Hannah is a part of the cause, so to speak, and she is in the cookout. Oh, my bad, Lady Dimples. I'm sorry. My bad. But the fact that he is a part or she is a part of the cookout, I think he's going to see that his flirtation can only go so far. And to be honest, y'all, Hannah has already been, and sorry, Lady Dimples. Oh, I did this episode after tonight. I did this live after tonight's episode, Lady Dimples. Y'all, let me put my lipstick on. Y'all know I felt naked without my lipstick. But yeah, I'm sorry that I spoiled it for you, Lady Dimples. I only did this live because I watched the episode and then I wanted to come through and talk about it fresh after the episode ended. But yeah, Derek X is in some trouble, I think. And I think that he is aware that Hannah is grouped up with other people. If you watch the episode tonight, then you will also know that Derek X and Claire definitely are putting two and two together to see that there is a group of people that they've not seen in the same room at the same time working together, and they are putting together the fact that all the white people are going home. Derek X was even on the live feeds this past week that we just had, and Derek X was talking about the fact that there is no white man left in the house. With Derek X, why do you care? If you a part of the cause, why do you give a damn that it ain't no white man left in the house? You ain't a white man. Why do you care? But he was really trying to get into the ear of Claire to let Claire know that week by week by week, white people have been getting put off the show. Week by week by week, white people are the ones that's getting evicted. And my thing is, how does Derek X sit there as an Asian man, a person of color, in a game and want to let the white girl know that this is what he sees or what he observes? Why? You trying to get into the good graces of her or not? You trying to align with her or not? I just wonder. So, yeah. It was an interesting discussion tonight, and please like my video if you haven't. Yeah, I just wanted to give my review because y'all getting behind 1 week in Big Brother time can really put you all the way behind. But what I will say is that I think that Tiffany is slowly recovering and redeeming herself from the hiccup that she had the last couple of weeks when she was trying to keep Christian safe. I believe that Azza is redeeming herself when she wanted to keep Brittany. I honestly believe that now they are starting to see, hey, we are really getting to the bottom line of it. And y'all, I have to say as well, in Big Brother history, y'all, there has never been all the black people that started at the beginning of the season to make it to jury. Let's start there. This is the only season of Big Brother in which black people started at the beginning and they all made it to jury together. That's history in the making itself. We've seen Big Brother seasons in which black people got to jury, but that's only because they had to be in a showman's sleeping with white folk. But in this season with the cookout, y'all, no black person even had to jeopardize themselves in order to sleep and lay up on public television with a white person in order to get to jury. Black people have made it to jury because they've been staying on code. That's good in my opinion. Let me see. And Lady Dimples, I didn't even know you watched Big Brother, so my bad. I'm sorry. I didn't even know that you was a fan. Casandra said it was so hard to figure out the cookout because all the black players had a white partner. Right. And that's the thing. Even the whole partnership with them each having somebody, that was Tiffany's idea. Y'all, if Tiffany do make her ass to the end, if she be able to, y'all, Tiffany deserve to win. She do. And here we are right now where it's finally at jury. And I'm saying that if Tiffany can make it to the end, she deserves to win. Because Tiffany is the one who brought the idea that everybody in the 6 who are the cookout should have a non-cookout person who is a white person or a non-black person as their final 2. Tiffany got so many final 2s that she told people about. And everybody really did have their person. Even right now, we got Derek Frazier, Big D. He don't have his person now, but he did. His person was Frenchie. If Frenchie would have stayed, Big D would have had Frenchie. So we just got to keep it real with all this now. Girl. Hold on. Now, Casandra, I told you that this was my clean channel. You want to bring up Zakia and Polly. I want to cuss, but I'm not. Let me drink some water because you got me wanting to cuss. But I'm not going to cuss with you. I'm not going to cuss with you about this comment. Casandra, I'm not going to go there with you with this comment right here. With that one right there that you got. I'm not. Zakiya and Polly were such a disgrace. The fact that he slept with her, won a veto and didn't use the veto to save her, got her voted out even though he had a veto. And then once she was voted out, he told everybody about the fact that he was sleeping with her in the house. That was really sad, y'all. It was really sad. Like, I was very angry. that right there had me angry. And I think I was even more angry because I was a J.Dunn fan. And I saw J.Dunn trying to help Zakiya. But I saw Zakiya falling victim to Polly and this whole flirting and all this kind of bull mess. To the point to where even with J.Dunn trying to actually look out for her genuinely, she chose Polly, who totally flipped the script on her and then had her looking like a thought. And y'all, let's not forget about the fact that Zakiya was supposedly pregnant up in that house. Remember they said that she had a miscarriage? That she was pregnant with Polly's baby while she was up in the house and she had a miscarriage afterwards? Y'all remember? Well, she was supposed to be having a baby. Y'all, it's sad. So yeah, when it comes to Zakiya and Polly, it makes me upset. Absolutely. Oh, Casandra apologized to me. Thank you, Casandra. I appreciate it. I know that you mean that sincerely from the bottom of your heart. Thank you. Bright Star said most cookout members just have one pawn. Yeah, everybody had a pawn, which I think that's a brilliant, ingenious idea. To have this core alliance, but you don't let people know that the alliance exists. You don't meet up with each other because it's understood. What's understood doesn't need to be explained. And then you have a person all the way around that are not in the alliance, but will help propel the alliance further. The way that the cookout is actually operating, y'all, and I don't know if y'all going to get my imaginative thought, but it reminds me of like an octopus. You know how an octopus has the 8 legs? They got legs all over the place. All over the place. Legs here. One octopus leg could grab the damn lamp off the counter. One octopus leg could grab this. One octopus leg could grab that. But the core, that octopus, is the cookout. Now, you can chop off the legs, but as y'all know, with octopus, or with octopi, even if you chop the leg off, they will grow that leg back. The tentacle. They will grow the tentacle back. So, the way the cookout is solidly in this core, even if they have to chop off a leg of somebody that they had helping in some type of way, they are solid in knowing that they will still remain and they will still thrive. So I appreciate that about the cookout. I was so sick of Zakiya. Girl, me too. Casandra said she was so much in love. After all the BB after show tours, he dumped her and went back to his white girls. Right. She looked like a damn fool. And she turned on J.Dunn. If she would have been more on code with J.Dunn, maybe J.Dunn would have stayed around longer in order for J.Dunn to help her. But no, she got off code because she was stigmatized by a white dude. She was stigmatized by a white dude. And because she was stigmatized by Polly, she turned on J.Dunn. J.Dunn ended up getting thrown out the house, and then she got thrown out right after her. So that's the thing. Oh, thank you, Bright Star. Appreciate it. It just came to my mind, you know. It came to my mind with what I was saying. But either way, y'all, I dropped the link the one time. I don't know if anybody wants to come up, but If not, that's fine. Thank y'all for joining me. Um, you know, we just get better and better. And I appreciate having these discussions with y'all for real, because this is going to be a season of Big Brother that I don't think that we're going to be able to see later on down the line. From just based on what I've been reading on Twitter and stuff like that, white people are outraged that the cookout even existed. They're trying to call it reverse racism and trying to petition CBS to change how they cast, and therefore in future seasons there won't be a black alliance dominating in the way in which the cookout is, which I think is mighty funny, because we don't watch 23 seasons of Big Brother in which white alliances have dominated. White alliances have dominated the entire season. The entire season. They didn't even include black people up in their alliance, damn it. But now white people want to be outraged and mad because now there have been enough black people to align together, and they are not including non-black people in the alliance. And now they saying that CBS should change the way that things are being cast. Get the heck out of here. Get the heck out of here. Yeah, please share the video. Thank you, Taylor May, for being here. And yeah, like my video, please. If you're catching the replay, like it. Bright Star said, very outraged. Lexi, what's good? Look at you. Hey, Lexi. Lexi said, exactly. We were the first to go. Yeah. And Bright Star is saying, I just laugh at them. Girl, you know I don't mind arguing with their asses on here. If I got time, I got time. You know, it tickles me. You can clearly see that it tickles me to be combative to a certain degree. If my opinion is going to be unpopular, girl, you know I'm at home. I'm at home speaking the opposite of what other people think. And so, yeah. That's the end of that. But either way, thank y'all for joining me. I appreciate it. Yeah, Brianna, thank you for showing up. I definitely want to hear your opinion about the show, because Brianna is not a fan of Tiffany. And she told me that like probably 3 weeks ago that she didn't like Tiffany. So I'm curious to know what Brianna thinks about Tiffany and the way the game has been maneuvering. Tiffany has had a hand in this. Whether you like her gameplay or not, she is one of the reasons why the cookout came together. And you can't fault her with that. That's gameplay. That's gameplay. Lexi don't like Tiffany either. Oh my God. Y'all better start liking Tiffany. But either way, y'all, let me in this mess, because I don't like to have these be too long. At least not until I start like doing panel discussions. Will I stay a long time? But I know that when people come to look at a review, they don't necessarily have that much time. And so I'm going to leave it at this. Thank y'all for doing it. Please donate to the Cash App. Like the video. Share the video.